Hello everyone, I'm Shannon Slatton in downtown Osseo. Every day our news team is out in the northwest suburbs bringing you stories and information from your community. Here's a look at a few of those stories. And remember, you can always find more on our website, ccxmedia.org.
Going to the movies is still fun.
After 3 months of being closed due to the COVID-19 pandemic, Plymouth's Willow Creek Theater welcomed back moviegoers on June 19th.
It's great. It's great. Yeah, I love it.
Derek Rasmussen came out on Wednesday to see the 2008 film Iron Man.
Because I love to go see movies, and so I drove all the way out here from South Minneapolis to see it.
More than a month after reopening, Willow Creek is still showing classic films because Hollywood is reluctant to put the latest blockbusters on the big screen. Rasmussen is just happy Willow Creek is open at all.
Well, I'm very encouraged that they're open again, but I wish there were more of them open. Some are opening and they're closing again. So, for example, St. Anthony, Maine was open for a few days and then they closed.
Needless to say, it's a challenging time for many businesses in this post-coronavirus world.
Well, they're interesting, that's for sure.
John Goldstein is the Michigan-based managing partner for Imagine Theaters. He says the theater chain is hanging in there despite the circumstances beyond his control.
We have governors saying you have to be closed. We do our part for the public health to be closed, but doesn't mean that my rent goes away or my utility costs go away or the governor will shut us down, but they're not saying that we don't have to pay our property taxes.
The difficulty of having to make those payments while revenue is down is one reason why Goldstein is urging people to contact their member of Congress and ask them to support the Restart Act. The bill would give movie theaters access to partially forgivable 7-year loans that cover 6 months of expenses.
I think it's a community gathering place that needs to exist. And I think that's why we're asking people, if they believe in the same thing, to write Congress, and not just for the movie business, but all the businesses that need help to survive this.
In the meantime, Goldstein is optimistic that Hollywood will get new films back on the big screen by September. Until then, Rasmussen is hopeful that theaters will get the help they're looking for.
They're already struggling a lot with competition from Netflix and other places, so to me it's kind of an American tradition, so it'd be nice if something could be helped out.
In Plymouth, Delane Cleveland, CCX News.
A group of local residents are getting together every weekend for recreational bicycling. They call themselves the Metro Riders. Men and women of all physical fitness levels meet every Saturday morning from May to September for a unity ride. They meet at various parks including Brooklyn Park, Maple Grove, and Wayzata. A Brooklyn Park City Council member founded the club a couple years ago and says it gives residents a chance to explore the beautiful cities.
Many of these folks don't know the amount of outdoor assets and resources that we have, and so this is just a way for us to just expose people to these different parks and trails around.
Russell says anyone can join the free club. Participants travel anywhere from 15 to 100 miles every weekend. Russell also says the group is filled with people from all walks of life.
And there are a lot of diverse inter-ethnic, collaboration and coordination and support in the suburbs. But I don't think a lot of folks, know about it or get to hear about it. You see that, we've been making a lot of strides around diversity and inclusion and equity and all of that. And I think this group is a testament, to that.
He says it's a great way to network while staying healthy. And of course, social distancing is practice. We'll have more information on our website, ccxmedia.org. Pafu Yang, CCX News.
This is our 3rd year of the Twin Town Throwdown. We've got some of the top touring pros in the country who are going to be here this weekend. Even the players who play the game see what the pros can do and are just in awe because of how far they can throw it, how much control they have.
Yeah, boy. It's great for Brookview letting us come out here and play this one-time shot tournament and utilize their beautiful place here.
They've got 2 courses here in the wintertime that people are very fond of.
That's, I think, one of the reasons why this event specifically was so popular, because people who are familiar with that winter course have always dreamed of being able to play this course in the summertime. Oh my gosh, there's an event there in the summer, I have to play it. We're just really excited about the growth. Just the general growth rate has grown over the last 10 years at a pretty consistent rate. This spring, because of COVID, retailers and manufacturers have seen anywhere from a 200% to 300% increase in sales.
I've been playing for about 5 years, and yeah, it's grown a lot. I mean, new courses popping up, getting new people to play. It's definitely expanding, and it's great.
It's certainly picking up. I was just looking at some numbers, and it's kind of in viewership. It's definitely catching up to some of the more traditional sports.
Oh, yeah!
One of our largest online retailers is based here in Golden Valley. Since March, he's up almost 300% in orders. He can't keep discs on the shelf. He can't find enough help to fill orders. It's an onslaught.
You see tons of people, all ages and everything coming out to play.
It's like a combination of being outside. There's a lot of cool disc golf parks around, and part of it's the nature, but also part of it's like the working and getting better at the sport. It's quite fulfilling making like a 30-foot putt or a 50-foot putt, or throwing a perfect drive.
Being outdoors, getting exercise, and just hanging out with friends.
Find more local news stories at ccxmedia.org and follow us on social media.